officer. Good.
You have to ask if you have permission to be out here with the signs.
Permission by?
The university. Because if not, you're not able to stay out here with your signs. It has to be sanctioned and approved from the university.
Is this private property or? Because our understanding was that on public universities that freedom of speech is still protected, and so long as we're not threatening, disturbing learning in a university environment, that it is permitted. Our understanding.
It has to be sanctioned and it has to be approved from the university.
Okay, that's not what my understanding is of universities. Do you know where that's written?
It's in the university policy that we've always had that. It's never been an issue. But any type of demonstration with signs, anything like that, has to go through the university channel and be approved.
Okay. So then what is considered, I guess, university property in this case here?
Anything within the confines of the university. If you go off, once you're on Wilkins Avenue, Shelbourne Avenue, that is not UMBC property. But right here, all this is university property.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. I'll have to talk to my friend because I'm just here trying to get a word out. Again, public service announcement, and
I understand. I'm not one to free speech or anything. I'm with it, but with this case, it has to go through university channels. And if it's not sanctioned and approved, you can't do it.
Okay. Is there someone I can talk to tonight about that? No way at all. Okay. So.
So that I understand what you're saying.
If you were out here, if you were trying to gather a crowd to get your word across, all that is not sanctioned.
The crowd is already gathered. We haven't gathered in the crowd.
But you misunderstood what I said.
Okay.
If you didn't have a sign and you're just out here and you're talking, trying to get people and they gather around you, that's what I'm talking about. You can't be out here, even if you're by yourself and you just started talking about whatever your cause is.
So they just happen to stop and talk to us. That's against the policy.
It is.
So are we allowed to talk to them at all? Like, are you? It sounds like you're saying we're not allowed to talk to people at all in this sense.
I'm not saying you're not allowed to talk to people.
Yeah.
But if they gather, then we've done something wrong. So if we talk to them and they gather, then their gathering is against the policy. Now, you can understand how that's
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain. If you wanted to come on campus, if you wanted to talk about abortion, civil rights, Black Lives Matter, anything like that, within the confines of the university, that has to be approved because it's something specific as far as you're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Because we have people all the time that'll come up and they'll walk campus and they'll try to engage people in religion, in abortion, and whatever. They can't do that because then we get complaints and it's not sanctioned because they don't have the permission to be here. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, because we're here at a Christian event. Nobody's complaining. Like, it's just.
It doesn't have to be a complaint. So.
But I guess the question is, like, I mean, is from an ideological position. And you're an officer here, and I respect that and appreciate what you do. You obviously have a certain amount of leverage with which what you can afford. So what you've done is kind of going the Beltway. They're not pulling over people for driving 56 miles an hour. So you have some leverage here.
I do have discretion, correct.
And I appreciate that discretion. And so, and I guess in the bigger picture, you can use your discretion for righteousness' sake. discretion, or you can choose to not use your discretion differently. And that for that, then now you chose to use your discretion in this way. We haven't opened up our mouth yet. So, I mean, you don't owe me an explanation, but I'm just making an observation.
I'm explaining it to you because that's the type of person I am. I'm not just going to say he hasn't got to leave.
No, I appreciate that.
And I'm not going to knock anybody for what they believe, what you want to protest, what you want to endorse. That's not me. If it was Black Lives Matter, if it was civil rights, if it was the KKK, if they were out here, I would ask them the same thing. If they had permission from the university, then it's fine. But if they didn't, then you would have to leave. I'm not picking and choosing what it is. It will be anybody. You know, my personal beliefs aside, and discretion or not. That's just the policy of the university.
But you do have discretion.
I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, Officer Johns, and I'm appealing to your discretion.
Unfortunately, I cannot, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to leave with your sign.
Okay. So the signs are the problem, but we can stay and engage peacefully. Is that basically what you're saying?
No.
You're saying I have to pack up. Me personally, I have to leave.
Yes.
Okay. You're throwing me off of this campus.
If you're here for that purpose, then if you want to put it that way, yes, but I'm asking you to leave.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna defy that. I'm not gonna die on that hill. But it's just an interesting place to pick a shot. I mean, a couple of Christian guys who've come here peacefully just standing here. We haven't opened up. We didn't open up our mouths.
You haven't opened up your mouth, but you got a very large sign, and it's going to attract attention. And this isn't my first time at the rodeo. I know where it's going to go, and I just want to stop that before it does. So that's why I'm asking you to leave.
It's not our first time rodeo either. I mean, I think you can see that.
No,
But I respect that. And I mean, you didn't get the bar for nothing. I understand that. And you put in your time. I get it. I respect that. Boy, you saying you know which way this is going to go. I've understood that
Remember, you got to bring
dozens of these kinds of events, and this never got done.
put her to bed.
Never, not one time. Not a Christian concert.
I understand it.
And so I'm just appealing to you to please don't throw us off. I'm saying
I have
please.
to ask you both to leave.
You can take the last little tiny bit.
We can't stay here without the signs. We personally
I mean,
peacefully stand here.
if you're standing here, I'm not going to say you can't stand here.
Okay.
But if you're standing here and you're engaging people in whatever your belief is about abortion, whatever your stance is, then no.
If I'm engaging, and you just said that
I don't want to go into. I don't want to go into a battle of words with you or anything, but I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry.
If we put the signs away, are we allowed to stand here?
You're going to stand there and be quiet and not say anything? Because once you start engaging people in what your cause is, that's the bottom line. You can't do that because you don't have permission from the university to do that. That's
To engage anyone here.
I'm sorry?
To engage anyone or to gather a crowd. 'Cause I think you're kind of pointing the thing that we're out here to.
Sir, I'm not going to get into a word game either. I have to ask you guys to leave.
Okay.
but you're presuming, you're preemptively, it's like you giving me a ticket, which you wouldn't do. You give me a ticket for speeding, and I ain't got my car yet. You know, because you think I'm probably going to speed, because most people speed.
Have a nice night, but I have to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
And just for the record, if we put the sign away and stand here peacefully, would you be fine with that? The reason, because it does matter in terms of, it's not a battle of words. I just want to make sure that we are being appropriate in terms of what is legally authorized here. And when you're calling us at a Christian venue, that we are fellow Christians, calling our brothers and sisters to righteousness, that you are saying, you personally are saying that you don't want that, and you are throwing us out. I just want to make sure that if I'm hearing you correctly here.
I'm asking you to put your signs up and leave. You cannot stay here with your signs. You cannot stay here and engage people in whatever your cause or belief is, because it did not come through the university. So again, I have to ask you gentlemen to leave.
In the world of Ireland, I mean, the precedence that that sets is not a trivial.
Oh, absolutely.
I think anybody who knows the history book knows that the suppression of truth is the beginning of all trouble. You know, so it's problematic. I mean,
Gentlemen,
I get it.
I have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
Have a good night, but please take your signs.
Okay.
Do not stay here.
May I ask you, will you throw us out or arrest us if we don't leave?
It could possibly end up going that way, yes.
Okay.
And I would not like that to happen, but yes, it could.
Nor would I. I think this goes to the discretion argument again. I'm asking you, if I refuse to leave.
For the last time, you have to leave. I don't want to keep having to repeat myself. You have to leave.
Under the threat of arrest.
I'm asking you to leave because you cannot stand out here with your signs to try to engage people coming to this concert and whatever your cause is. Again, I'm asking you to leave.
I've heard, yes, officer. I'm familiar with that.
So
You've asked us, and I'm politely declining.
Are you going to leave?
I'm politely declining in this instance. If you are threatening arrest, then I'll consider it. I don't want to. I don't.
Sir, it's not. I'm asking if you're not going to leave. This is going to turn into something. I don't want to see it go that way. I'm asking you politely to take your signs and leave because you cannot be here. Are you going to do that?
I will consider leaving. I'll consider leaving because you have asked.
I don't need you to consider it. I need you to leave. This isn't a request.
So you are ordering me to leave under threat of some punitive measure. That's what I'm hearing.
I need you to leave. I asked you. You obviously did that for whatever reason. Me asking you didn't work. So now I'm telling you, you have to leave.
And people ask me and tell me things all the time, officer. Again, I appreciate that. And because I have not seen the official university policy, not that I don't trust you, but we get a lot from either folks in the city, from other institutions who try to bend it and say that you can't stand here, you can't do this, you can't preach here, when that's not actually the law, but they do so under a position of authority in order to chase us away. I'm not accusing you of that, but I'm saying that this is what we've seen commonly.
So are you going to leave or not?
What's that?
Are you going to leave or not?
I will leave, eventually.
I need you to leave now because I'm telling you to leave. I need you to take your sign, put it up, and leave.
Okay. I'll do that, officer.
Thank you.
I'll take my sign, I'll move my sign. You got it.
If you take your sign off campus, I have no issue with you. Then that's Baltimore County's issue. Anywhere else on university property, you're going to have a problem.
Understood that. I'll remove the sign.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any public citizen can come on campus anytime. They don't need a permit. Isn't that true?
They need a permit and permission if they're going to be having a sign and any type of demonstration or solicitation. So yes, that's where you're wrong. You need to take your signs and leave, sir.
Can I speak to your captain? Is that possible? I honestly think
My captain isn't here. That's why you're speaking to me. I'm asking you to leave, sir.
obviously what will happen if one of us refuses to leave.
Chances are you could get arrested, sir, if it goes that way. But I'm asking you to leave so it doesn't go down that road.
Officer, you have arrested authority.
I do have arrested
You have arrested authority. So theoretically, if one of us should refuse to move all the way off campus property, you could arrest one of us.
I could. I could.
Can one of you drive a stick shift?
Stand by.
You can? Well, I don't know if we want to deal with this right now. Do you mind if I confer with my friend for a minute?
I need you to leave, sir. That's what I need you to do.
You're ready? Understand, officers, if we go, we're going to have to come back to the university with a lawsuit because this is a clear violation of constitutional rights.
That's
Are you
fine.
ready for that?
That's fine. But I need you
It's
to
not a
leave.
threat. We're just trying to defend ourselves.
I'm not saying it's a threat, sir. I need you to leave.
Can some of us stand and at least talk to people?
No, I need you to leave.
You can't even stand and talk to people
I
without
can
signs.
understand. I need you to leave with your signs, sir.
What if we take our signs and put them away and we stand and talk to people? That's what I'm asking. Because that would be a pretty darn big waste of
I'm gonna need you to put your signs away first.
Put a sign.
Put both the signs away.
Well, Bill, would you mind taking your sign and putting them back in my car?
Where's your car?
Ron can sort of learn this. You can take, what's her name? Violet. She's back there. Okay. Now, there's no more signs. We could not theoretically say that we were protesting anything.
Now,
We can engage.
this is what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna keep explaining it to you. The signs are gone. If you wanna stand out here, that's fine. If it comes out where your buddy's bullhorn comes out and you start gathering people like that, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm locking people up because I'm trying to be nice with you, gentlemen. I really am.
Put the bullhorn away.
I really am. But it's wearing real thin.
You know, to be honest, Alan, if I had somebody to get me back home tomorrow morning, I would be willing to be locked up. But I don't know if I can ask that of any of you.
I'll talk to you sometime later.
Look, we're going to put our signs away.
We'll get it. We put the bullhorn away.
We're just going to stand here and talk to people. If they want to stop and talk to us, I mean, that's up to them, right?
That's fine. If you're soliciting people, trying to get them to talk to you, we're gonna have a problem.
To start conversations is a problem?
Yes.
Starting conversations is a problem on a
Yeah.
public university. How is
Yeah.
that a problem?
Okay.
Anybody else can start a conversation with us?
As long as we understand. As long as we understand each other.
This sounds very bizarre, officer. That means
It-
I'd have to put a mask over my mouth the whole time.
You have a mask over your mouth now.
Well, am I okay? Is this okay to talk? I'm not trying to be coy. It just sounds so crazy, and I don't know if anybody, either of us wants to stand on that principle. Nobody else is forbidden from talking while we're out here.
You're still talking now, sir.
Okay. Guess I've said what I have to say. I would. So it's still running, still blinking with the red light? Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna stay and do this, and if people pass by, I'm gonna stay, just say what otherwise would have been on the signs.
Okay.
If Lila doesn't want to do that, maybe she can pass out literature. She'd probably take the thing off and pass out literature somewhere else.
Okay.
If somebody else is willing to put on the Grim Reaper costume and join me,
Yeah.
either here or on the other side, basically, we can like go down to the parking lot,
Mhm.
I think,
Oh, yeah.
and just say that to people. Just say what's on the signs.
Yeah.
Because of your apathy, abortion continues. Thank you.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Things like that. It has to
Okay.
be somebody wearing the costume who knows how to verse this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I guess
You
Ron
wanna-
can't preach from
Not from the bullhorn.
here,
No.
but if they let him preach here, which it probably won't, that's cool. Otherwise, he can put one of the costumes on, or you can put one on. We could just stand at a distance down there, or stand down
Okay.
here, and say the same stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
I hope the literature people are still
They're still going. That's what we're doing. Is
okay.
buying some time. So.
Keep that.
Mhm.
Whoever's wearing that needs to be where they can move mobile and get wherever they need to be.
Okay, all right, we'll let them know.
Signs and leave, please,
Why is that, officer?
because it hasn't been approved and sanctioned by the university. You cannot be out here with your signs.
That's not true, officer.
Show me your approval.
I don't. Well, the approval is the U.S. Constitution, officer, and numerous Supreme Court decisions.
Sir, I'm not going to go back and forth. Unless it's been approved by the university, you can't be out here with your signs.
How can you argue with both the Supreme Court and the U.S. Constitution? We've shown you, haven't we already shown you paperwork?
Are you going to leave?
Officer, this is not fair at all. Students do this all the time on campus. To say that somehow...
Are you going to leave?
This is a clear abuse of power, officer. We are doing nothing more than standing here.
I'm asking you to leave, sir.
Where do you expect us to go?
Off university property.
Completely off university property, when all these other people are able to stand here and come going back and forth? None of these people...
They're
None of
going
these...
to a concert, so they're not standing out here with signs which aren't sanctioned by the university. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you and having a battle of words. I need you to take your signs and leave.
Can I ask your name, officer? Because this is simply unfair. And if
My name is Johns. That's my name.
Johns?
Yes, sir.
You're asking us to move completely off university property just because we, like every other public citizen, any public citizen can come on campus anytime. They don't need a permit. Isn't that true?
They need a permit and permission if they're going to be having a sign and any type of demonstration or solicitation. So yes, that's where you're wrong. Need you to take your signs and leave, sir.
Can I speak to your captain? Is that possible? And I honestly think...
My captain isn't here. That's why you're speaking to me. I'm asking you to leave, sir.
Officer, what will happen if one of us refuses to leave?
Chances are you could get arrested, sir, if it goes that way. But I'm asking you to leave so it doesn't go down that road.
Officer, do you have arresting authority?
I do have arresting authority.
You have arresting authority. So theoretically, if one of us should refuse to move all the way off campus property, you could arrest one of us and...
I could.
Okay.
I could.
Can one of you drive a stick shift?
Stand by.
You can? Well, I don't know if we want to deal with this right now. Do you mind if I confer with my friend for a minute?
I need you to leave, sir. That's what I need you to do.
You're ready. Understand, officer, if we go, we're going to have to come back to the university with a lawsuit because this is a clear violation of constitutional rights.
That's
Are you
fine.
ready for that?
That's fine, but I need you
It's
to
not a
leave.
threat. We're just trying to defend ourselves.
I'm not saying it's a threat, sir. I need you to leave.
Can some of us stand and at least talk to people?
No, I need you to leave.
We can't even stand and talk to people without signs?
Don't let Lennon go.
I need you to leave with your signs, sir.
Well, if we take our signs and put them away, can we stand and talk to people? That's what I'm asking. Because that would be a pretty darn big waste of
I'm
us.
gonna need you to put your signs away first.
Okay, I'll put a sign away.
Put both the signs away.
Very well. Phil, would you mind taking these signs and putting them back in my car for me?
Where's your car?
Ron can show you where it is. Ron or Alan. And you can take, what's her name's? Lila, she's back there as well. Okay. Now there's no more signs. One could not theoretically say that we were protesting anything.
Now,
We can engage people.
Now, listen to what I'm saying, because I'm not going to keep explaining it to you.
Mm-hmm.
The signs are gone. If you want to stand out here, that's fine. If it comes out where your buddy's bullhorn comes out and you start gathering people like that, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm locking people up because I'm trying to be nice with you gentlemen. I really am. I really am. But it's wearing real thin.
You know, to be honest, Alan, if I had somebody to get me back home tomorrow morning, I would be willing to be locked up. But I don't know if I can ask that of any of you right now. Look, we're going to put our signs away, and then we're just going to stand here. We're just going to stand here and talk to people. If they want to stop and talk to us, I mean, that's up to them, right?
That's fine. If you're soliciting people, trying to get them to talk to you, we're going to have a problem.
To start conversations is a problem?
Yes.
Starting conversations is a problem on a public university. How is that a problem? Anybody else can start a conversation but us?
As long as we understand. As long as we understand each other.
This sounds very bizarre, officer. That means I'd have to put a mask over my mouth the whole time.
You have a mask over your mouth now.
Well, am I okay? Is this okay to talk? I'm not trying to be coy.
It just sounds so crazy, and I don't know if anybody, either of us wants to stand on that principle. Nobody else is forbidden from talking while we're out here.
You're still talking now, sir.
Okay. I guess I've said what I have to say.